All right, friends, for today's enrichment activities, we're going to start something new called hidden meetings. Now, behind me, you may notice two boxes, and in those boxes are words. So we need to start thinking outside of the box. Now, at the very, very top there, you will notice that it says the word chair. Okay, so chair, but chair is at the very top of that box. So, what could the word chair, what kind of an expression could that be at the top? Well, let's think of other words that might mean top or, at the head of something. No, it's not a head chair, it's not a top chair. A high chair. That's right. So that particular box with the word chair in it is the expression high chair, like a high chair for a baby. What about over here? This is an idiom, the one that's right over there where you see skating and then you see thin ice. That's actually an idiom. Skating. The word skating is actually on top of the word thin ice. What could that mean? Skating over thin ice? Skating on top of thin ice? Skating on thin ice. Skating on thin ice. And that, my friends, means if you're skating on thin ice, it's an idiom that means you're in trouble. Because if you're skating on thin ice, the ice is going to break because it's very thin. And then you are going to fall through the crack and you're in danger. Okay? So now, let us take a look at this page, which is page 19 in our Thinking Skills book. So you want to get this page open right here, okay? Again, it is page 19, and we're going to go through these little by little. Now, I will tell you, some of them are harder than others. Some of them are just going to pop right out at you, and you're going to be able to figure it out. But if we look at number one, that's one that a lot of friends get stumped on every year. And the reason a lot of friends get stumped on that one is simply because you're 8 and 9 years old. So you're not really understanding what a BS and an MA and a PhD is. Or are you? So, what is a PhD? Well, it's a degree that you get from a university or a college, right? So, an MA is a master's degree, a BS is a bachelor's of science degree. So, what could BS, MA, and PhD have anything to do with a zero? Well, where are the location of the BS, the MA, and the PhD? Below the zero. 3 degrees below zero, as in temperature, okay? 3 degrees below zero, okay? How about the second one? So you see the word level, right? And level is split. Split level, like a home that has a split level, that has an upstairs and a downstairs, okay? What about the word town? Well, the word town is going, well, it's going down, but if you read it, it's going up. So if you're reading it, uptown, uptown. And I'm sure you've heard of the song Uptown Funk, right? What about this one with the two dice? What is that? Double dice. Okay, double dice. I bet you can figure out sand. Sand is in a box. Sandbox. Sand box. Okay. Now the next one, my friends, is the teeny tiny word pox. It's really tiny. What's another word for tiny? Small. Smallpox. Well, for those of you that don't know, smallpox is a disease that was in our society a long time ago, kind of like COVID-19. And it made a lot of people really, really sick. But fortunately, they were able to find a vaccine for it. All right. So let's now take a look down here to this one. This is an idiom, my friends. This is an idiom. Actually, all three of these are idioms here. So let's look over here at this one. Business, pleasure. Business pleasure? What's business pleasure? Well, where is the word business in relation to the word pleasure? It's before it. Business before pleasure. What does that mean? Well, it means that you need to do your work before you have fun. Business before pleasure. Okay? All right, so now let's take a look at this next one here. You've got the word just. So the word just is in the middle of the word you and me. What could that mean? The word just in the middle of the word you and me. Just is between the word you and me. Just between you and me. Just between you and me. It's a secret, right? If something is just between you and me, then it would be a secret. All right. How about this next one here? You've got reading and you got lines there. What in the world could that possibly mean? Reading and lines. Well, this is an idiom. Think you might know what it is? Reading between the lines. The word reading is between the lines. Now, what in the world does that idiom mean? Reading between the lines. Well, reading between the lines means that there's some hidden message. There's something that you need to figure out or infer. If you have to read between the lines, it means it's something that's not going to stick right out at you. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. What about number 10? You got the word head, you got the word heels. What could that be? Head, heels. Head, heels. Head over heels. Another idiom. What does head over heels mean? Head over heels means that you are really in love with something, okay? Might have heard, I could say, Mrs. Cobb is head over heels in love with Mr. Cobb, okay? Head over heels. How about this one over here? What is this? The word glance is going backwards. Glance backwards, okay? Glance backwards. And the last one is one of my favorites of all time. Think about the word stand and where it is in location to the letter I. Stand over I. Well, it doesn't really make sense. Stand over I. I understand. I understand. That's correct. I understand. Guess what, friends? Congratulations! We just completed your first hidden meanings activity. And there are tons more where these come from, as I have a lot of them. So be prepared for some fun and excitement in our thinking skills and our enrichment time together as we continue with hidden meanings. Until next time.